Well, September the 20th is here, and yet still no state of the game. It's possible that they're waiting for it to coincide with the next major hotfix, but that is of course pure speculation. But even without a state of the game, I do have a few updates. It's not as big as a regular video, but just a few updates from the Discord, covering some comments from the development team, both Naviskio, Loki, and then the cameo by Lineforce. It begins with Luthor, who wrote 1.3.0.7.4 is out for people that don't know. And Naviskio from DR Studios wrote, yeah, it's a very tiny small update for Android only. Not any big changes though. Small backend change for Google Play, that's the only change. The changelog might go up anytime, but it's only that. XRoyal P wrote, wow, I didn't even notice that there was a new hotfix. Naviskio wrote, it's not a big one, so it's not super advertised yet, as it was mostly something that had to be changed for the Google Play Store, so not particularly interesting. XRoyal wrote again, Naviskio, I thought the 0.4 hotfix was supposed to be a huge bug fix update. So did I, for that matter, and Naviskio wrote to that, it was to be, but then we had to patch that issue, so we patched it. 0.5 will have all of the 0.4 things in, all of the expected 0.4 things in, I guess he meant. XRoyal wrote, write that down, NRLP, and clearly I have, but thanks for the heads up all the same. Loki wrote, it's something we needed to get out today. So what was 0.4 is now 0.5. Deprost wrote, Terraria Mobile doesn't have mods or installers yet. The devs said it would be added in 1.3.1ish. And to that Naviskio responded, we didn't say that mods are coming in 1.3.1. There's a chance to make mods on mobile, but Google and iOS have very specific guidelines. So it's more there's a potential, but no guarantees. Steel Diver wrote, but I thought you guys wanted a game that is on every platform the same. And to this, Loki was there to answer, we do want a common Terraria experience. And so, I guess eventually between Amazon devices, the rest of the mobile lineup, consoles and PC, eventually we'll get to the point where all versions are roughly the same, but I think that's going to be a little while, to be honest with you. DEMONLYNX wrote, Loki, when will Amazon devices be supported? Loki wrote, hopefully once fixes are at a good point. Maybe with what is now 0.5. I know that is the plan. Get stable version, submit stable version to Amazon. So hopefully just a little bit longer for you Amazon players. Yoshboy19 wrote, and when releasing Journey's End on PC, will it release same time on mobile and console? Loki's answer, I mean that seems like a stretch. It isn't even done for PC, and the other platforms are all on 1.3 point something. So no, I would not expect that to be the case. And I've suspected this all along, and I don't think that's really a brilliant piece of deduction on my part. It seems pretty clear that the PC kind of leads the way in development, and then the other versions just have to play catch up. And of course, some will come along to the Journey's End patch before others, I would imagine. Yoshboy was back with the question, Loki, will there ever be servers for more than one platform at a time? Loki responded, you mean crossplay? No idea. We have so much else to work on before we can even contemplate that. Now that would be pretty cool. I don't know whether that would mean there would be certain advantages for PC over, say, Switch. I just don't know. Anyway, Loki also wrote, in terms of the timeline, he wrote, it will be fixes, then controller and customization support, and then question mark. As I've said before, won't speak to the question mark until we get there, because too many variables between here and there. And the question marks are obviously later content patches. And then finally, Line4's chimed in with a bit of an explanation. Line4's wrote, "The hotfixes will continue until we get to a version that has no pending major issues that require short-term fixes. Because as soon as we stop hotfixes and move on to the next content functionality update, then that means people have to live with those issues until that update, which could take a good bit longer than a week or so." So I guess this is a good reminder that be careful what you wish for, because as soon as they're done with the hotfixes, as Line4 points out, it means that any errors and bugs and that sort of thing are going to more than likely be locked in for a little bit longer than you'd probably like. So hopefully they get through all major issues before they move on to the controller and customization support, and from there they can move on to additional content for the mobile versions. But we'll just have to wait and see. They've certainly made good progress so far. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, as of the recording date for this, the state of the game for September is still not out, and so it wouldn't surprise me if it were to coincide with the 0.5 hotfix patch, and that's kind of a springboard of news to what they expect to do after the last hotfix. But who knows? You know, it's been later in the month before. I just don't know. But I assure you, as soon as the hotfix is done and as soon as the state of the game is posted, I'll be sure to create a video to keep all of you up to date. I know some people prefer to watch videos for news updates, and hey, that's what I'm here for. So thanks again for everyone who subscribes and tunes into this channel. I do appreciate it, but not as much to report this time, I have to say. It's a bit of a brief video, but that's what it is. So anyway, thanks again. I'll see you next time.